Good morning, good morning. Hope you guys can hear me nice and clear. Can someone confirm? 8 people. Can one of you tell me if voice is good? So, looks like nobody is willing to type. Yes. Good morning, Nico. Is the voice good, Nico? Loud and clear. Lovely. So, I'm basically looking for a long at this point of time. I just want some acceleration above London Q1 high to confirm the position, and sorry for being late. I was basically last 2 days I've been thinking like what is the best time for us to start, because initial 45-50 minutes is very slow. So I decided I'm going to start a bit later just to see whether it works out or not. So yeah, welcome my bias today. So let's run through our bias quickly till the time it decides to go higher. Let's get rid of everything. Okay, cool. So overall bias is bullish for me, but I want a sweep of previous day high and like day before yesterday's high as well, because we have left equal highs, relatively equal highs over here. So I feel a sweep of that is possible. Will that happen today or maybe later? It will leave that liquidity for later, possibly can leave it for later. I have a feeling it will do it today. If we can get that today, that would be great. A good long into these highs during the London session and then a sell from there. Possibly that might be the play of the day. Can't say anything, but I feel that might be the play of the day. On the 4 hourly, let's look. We are trading under this lovely, small, little, beautiful fair value gap. But a good reaction after the sweep of this liquidity down over here. So very good reaction after that. So if we can invert this, then I think our ride towards the high will be very good and easy. So yeah, let's just keep our eyes open. We want to see some acceleration above the 5 minute, above the London Q1 high. Once we have that, that would be a confirmation for us that yes, that trade is open for us. 90 minute is also not looking that great. I mean, we have this massive fair value gap, but on the other hand, we have also left a bullish fair value gap on the way up. And right now we are respecting that. We went down and we started bouncing out of it with a good, good acceleration as of now. Still 1 hour to go for the candle closure, so I cannot take anything from there. But what you can do is you can at least think of how you plan to take a trade. So 90 minute as of now is a good reaction of this fair value gap, and you will have to take that into account. Hourly, there's nothing to see apart from these back-to-back fair value gaps, and the target for them, as we discussed, 250% is exactly on the equal highs right over here. So if they are to play out, then that would be a good place to TP. And then maybe it heads lower after that. And see, this might be like today it goes higher to sweep that liquidity, and then tomorrow it comes down lower. It is possible, highly likely. All you can do is play the charts as they give you opportunities. So yeah, for me, as of now, bullish, but let's see. Let's go to 5 minutes. So I'm waiting for a closure and displacement above to confirm that yes, this trade is valid, and take it from there. Any questions in terms of bias, guys? Anything you want to ask in terms of the bias that I have and why I'm thinking what I'm thinking? Let's look at gold as well quickly. Gold is looking better, to be honest. Gold is looking much better. So gold is looking much better. I think if you are in a mood to take a position on gold, we have done well to do a change in state of delivery. We have swept previous day low. So at this point of time, I would say this is not a bad trade to take. So it stops over there and targeting 2 hour. So I don't feel this is a bad trade to take. The targeting maybe previous day high right over here. This looks good, looks beautiful, and maybe at the close of this candle, what's your stand as bias on 6 hourly? I'll check it out. Gold is looking good. Honestly, I'll take this trade. I'll take this one trade. I'm liking this reaction. So let me just quickly choose gold. Okay, cool. I've taken this trade, full position, full 1 hour position. 2.61 hour. This is a trade for the whole day. In my opinion, it might last the whole day if it goes up. So gold I'm in. I'm not in at this point of time in NAS in any sort of trade. In NAS I'm still waiting for. So gold I'm in this trade. NAS I'm not. I'm still flat. What I'll be waiting for is a displacement above, not this sort of a closure. Most likely a push above to be able to aim for the previous day highs. Okay, bias on 6 hourly. Let's see. Let's get rid of everything. So 6 hourly as of now, I would say it will give you a bearish bias. So if you're looking for a bias on 6 hourly, I would say a bearish bias. But the only thing, yeah, 6 hourly will give me a bearish bias because of this change. It's not a change in state of delivery. Like, that's one thing. See, there are a couple of things that I'm seeing over here. Number one, you have a fair value gap, right? Bearish. Fine, accepted. But then this liquidity, even though there's little sweep over here, not massively, has been swept by this order block right over here. Right, and we are trading inside of it. So you cannot say where the market wants to head towards. You need to respect that order block. So that will have a say as well. So 6 hourly, I'll say I'll go biasless. I'll not consider anything as of now. All I'll do is, look at other time frames because it has bearish fair value gap up, bullish order block below. I really can't say anything. So let's see how we close this candle, the current one that's forming on NQ. And gold, yeah, gold, if we get some displacement, I'll move my stops higher pretty aggressively. So I'm just letting it play out for a couple more minutes and see how it closes those candles. I mean, the first TP that I will take on gold will be maybe New York PM high or Asia high because there's a manipulation block over here. So I don't want to be stuck in a trade at that point. So most likely a TP there. So yeah, let's wait and watch. NAS. So let me set this. Any questions from anyone? Anyone wants to ask anything? Any questions, guys? Anything you want to ask? I mean, we have already entered a trade on gold. We are waiting for a confirmation on NAS, which is not yet here, so we just wait. We need to wait another 1.5 minutes for a confirmation to come. Or 1 minute now. I mean, if I would have been trading at this point, maybe I would have taken a trade on this. If you have taken a trade on this, I don't think you have done anything wrong. Nice change in state of delivery, nice acceleration, displacement candle higher, leaving fair value gap. So that would have been a good trade. But if you are not in that trade, then I would say wait for like maybe a fair value gap creation. So we'll have back-to-back fair value gaps right over here. So one over here and one over here. Small ones, but still, like, this is displacement, right? At the end of the day, all you want is that you close nicely above this. If you can't close nicely above this, that will give you a feeling, okay, maybe it doesn't want to go higher and might invert everything. So you just want that to happen so that it gives you a confirmation, yes, this is what I want to do. And this is not what the nice confirmation looks to me. So I'm gonna wait. Is the volume too high? Shall I reduce the volume of the songs? Let me know if the volume, you feel the volume is too high. So nothing yet, not going to enter yet. Still want to see maybe a peek in and maybe a closure, 2-minute candle with a little bit of displacement. So until that happens, I don't think there is a trade yet. So maybe another 1.5 minutes to see. I know it might give us a later entry, but it's just that I want some confirmation before entering. Gold is doing its thing, so we'll let gold do its thing as it normally does. Like, we have taken a good stop loss, right? We have taken a very wide stop loss, $14 stop loss. So making it like a trade for the whole day instead of for, it being a trade for just, the session. This might be like the whole day play. I mean, it might just be like next half an hour, it just rallies higher. But logically, I will say this will be a whole day play, and hopefully it plays out as well. So let's see. Nothing for me yet. I'm gonna still wait. I want to see 1-2 minute candle push higher. Let's see how this candle closes. Okay, 10 seconds. Nothing. Nah, I'll need to wait another 2 minutes. This is not something that I would accept like to be a good entry as of now, because we are not able to break above London Q1 high. For me, that is very much important at this point of time, that we show some displacement higher. If we can't, then I think all it will do is make us be stuck in a position. With gold, it's another story. It has swept previous day low, right? If you look at gold, the reason we entered so quickly is because of the previous day low sweep. So it has swept not just Asia low or anything else. It has swept previous day low, giving us more confirmation that, hey, I've taken a very important time-based liquidity and I'm trying to get back up from there. So even if gold stops me out, that's still like part of the rules. That's why I went full R and I was like, okay, it's a full risk trade and we can happily take it. So for me, gold gives me that confidence, but NAS as of now is not. With NAS, I want to see like, a retest of this fair value gap and acceleration higher, because even if we do that, then where are the targets that we are getting? We are at least getting to Asia high, right? Even if we take these two fair value gaps on 5 minute, we are getting closer to Asia high. That gives me a good place to kind of start TPing and then maybe see if I want to go higher with the market. And gold, yeah, you will see, maybe a sweep of this might happen, because it has left these equal lows over here. Maybe what the price action that we might see on gold is something like this, possibly. But yeah, can't put our money. I mean, we are already in a trade, so that's fine. Okay, let's go. And if we start inverting these fair value gaps, guys, on NAS, I will be happy to go short. But the short position, again, I think it's gonna be going like a little low, maybe not even sweep this low. Let's see. I don't have like lower downside. I mean, I would say Q1 low and then maybe previous day low, depending on how the market reacts to these places. Overall, I think I am bullish for the London session, and if it goes down, then it goes down. Questions. Come on, guys. This is the most important time of the day. You need to ask questions. Trading is like, we trade all day long, so that can be played. That can play out at any point of time. It's not necessary that if we get a loser right now, that's a loser for the whole day. So questions are the most important thing right now. Asking what you think should be asked, making sure that you have all the answers that you require to learn yourself, to understand things, is the most important thing. So gold has inverted that. So yeah, looks like it wants to go to this liquidity first before doing anything. But let's see. Let it play out. It's still break even-ish. There's nothing happening yet. Wait and watch on this guy. Hello, how was your session last night on NMQ? Mine was very choppy. I did not trade New York session yesterday. You can say luckily or unluckily, I don't know. Because I did see a trade, a proper 2-hour trade. So it was right over here. Let me remove all this. So the trade that I saw was over here. So this one, so 1 minute. Where did it go? So entry was here, stops were above this candle's high and just aiming for 2-hour. So this was the trade I would have taken if I was there, but I was not, so I did not trade at all. I marked it, but I was in meetings, back-to-back meetings all day long, so I just decided not to trade at all. So yeah, NAS did offer a beautiful trade yesterday. It's just that could not catch it. I was not there, so yeah. So let's see how we react on these lows. If the reaction is not what I want, I might just, close this manually. So at these lows, if we are inverting all these fair value gaps, if we start inverting them, if we start inverting this fair value gap, that would not be something I would like to see. So yeah, let's keep an eye. Let's keep an eye on what happens here, and then we can make a decision. If in NQ, if we are bullish and sweep Asia high, would this not be a sweep and seek and destroy, and this means the price will drop instead of going higher? It's not necessary, Nico. It's not necessary. So I understand what you're trying to say, that hey, if we are doing that, then we have swept Asia low and Asia high during London session. But you have to understand the market will sweep. The seek and destroy becomes valid when you basically are doing, okay, I've swept Asia low and then I swept Asia high and then I get rejected. That is when seek and destroy can be confirmed. If you swept Asia low and you sweep Asia high and you start accelerating, that means you're just manipulation, right? That this was just manipulation. So right now, if you look at the chart and if you think of it like boxes, the way I always try to explain, if you think of it like boxes and you remove this, maybe just get rid of this and think of this as, accumulation, manipulation, and then the expansion higher. That will be a proper AMD cycle that will play out. So it's, I'm not saying that you would be wrong completely, but for that to happen, you need to sweep Asia high and come back inside with power to show that, hey, all of this was just manipulation and I don't want to do all this. I just want to sweep Asia high and get back inside. So as of now, it is basic. This is basically accumulation, manipulation, and if we start bouncing from here and go inside, that will start the expansion leg of the day. And then the whole day's direction will be bullish. I hope that makes sense. So this is not looking good. We have swept that liquidity. I want to see a reaction over here. If I don't get any good reaction, I most likely close this trade for a small loss. I'll not move the stop loss. I'll just see how we do, what sort of candle do we get after this? Do we get another bearish candle downwards? If so, then maybe just stop it and re-enter later on. If we start seeing a reaction upwards, that's fine by me. So I want to see how the next 2-minute or 5-minute candle forms. That is where my eyes will be peeled. So yeah, this candle and this candle on the 5-minute or the 2-minute right now that will be forming, that will really dictate what I want from this. because now we have swept that equal low. We are still inside that fair value gap. Now if we can show a bounce here and if we can close this candle bullish, that will give me confidence that hey, this now should be a protected low and the market might not want to go there. But if we start pushing down from here, then closing it somewhere around here for a 0.3, 0.4 hour loss is fine by me. Because you take an opportunity, you think it's going to accelerate, it leaves the fair value gap, everything starts looking good, and then it starts inverting. That doesn't give you confidence of where the market is heading towards. But it's December, guys, so always remember December is very choppy. The price action is not so smooth. So normally when I trade, I spend a lot more time studying during December than trying to trade. The reason is very simple. It's the volume basically dries up. People start going on vacation. Not a lot of volume from bigger banks come into the picture. Yes, they are still balancing their books, but they're not aggressively buying or aggressively positioning themselves, because end of year is coming. They need to plan for that and all that shit. So there's not much happening during this period. So yeah. So as of now, for me, it's like, okay, fine. We try to trade if we get an opportunity. If we don't get an opportunity, that's completely okay by me. And I don't, consider it like, oh shit, why didn't I get an opportunity? You kind of take December and January as 2 months that are, that might be just a wash off. Thanks for your earlier explanation. Any reason why using 5-minute time frame more these days versus 2-minute before? Is it because of... Yes, it is because of slower price action, Prada. As I said, it's December and January, slower price action. You want more confirmation. I don't think so, Po. It could be. I don't think you have an invalid point there that it might be because of the news as well, but it's December PA. It is normally like this. If you go back, in historically and see December PA, it is always like shit. Very difficult to predict, very difficult. It doesn't play based on time-based liquidity most of the time, but when it does give you good moves. Normally December and January are like that. You take it as it gives you, right? You cannot be like, oh, I want this sort of price. It doesn't happen in December and January. So from like December mid to January mid, it's like a total dead scene. You basically scalp. You go down to lower time frames, take that smaller opportunities and just get out of the market. If you're getting like 1 hour in a day, that's good enough. So not looking good for me. I'm not really liking it. I mean, we have left a proper manipulation block higher. We have retested Asia low and we are not showing any strength after the sweep of that liquidity as of now. So maybe this will end up being a loser, but that's fine. I'm just trying to think where can I move my stops so that it's still valid. I mean, the only place I think is to reduce risk. If I move my stops here, my risk will be reduced massively. So from $13 to around $9, that's 40%, $4 risk reduction. That's 30%, overall risk reduction in the trade. So that will become a 0.7 hour trade over here. But I'll give it I don't know. I wanted to see acceleration higher. It has swept previous day low. So I want to see it. Maybe even if it is coming down to retest this area and show me what it wants to do. That's why that 0.3 hour, I'm trying to think in my head, is that 0.3 hour more important than the trade itself or not? But overall, it is not looking good. So let's see. Maybe it was a short and I basically did not see it. Well, life. I'll just let it play out instead of moving the stops yet. I mean, if I would have seen one higher high being created on top above Asia low, then that would have been a different scene altogether. But let's see. I'll let it play out. And NQ is stuck in that small area. So it has gone, tried to retest, yeah, kind of inverted this fair value gap, first one, but good reaction of the second one. So overall looks fine. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, there are bearish back-to-back fair value gaps now. I agree with you, Jacqueline. But I am in a long, so I'm stuck. I mean, I can close this trade. Obviously, I have the opportunity to close it. But I don't have a really good area to put my stops in where I can say, hey, this area should not be visited. Because for me right now, how I'm looking at it is that this is the manipulation block, right, over here, including this candle. And price has gone up and trying to retest that manipulation block. And if it bounces from there, then it can go higher. And obviously, this is part of that. So I really can't move the stops. It's a 1 hour risk. It's a 1 hour risk. You play the game as it comes along. So you need to give price enough time and space to maneuver. If price is maneuvering in that time and space, then you let it do its thing. If you don't, then you mostly are constricting it, which is not really a good idea. So at this point of time, my thought process is very simple. Let price do what it wants to do, and if it stops me out, it stops me out. So what else, guys? What's going on? So sorry I did not post all the videos for the week, but I'll do it today. So we'll have a YouTube tomorrow, and then we'll have one on Friday. So that will be I forgot to post it out for today, so it was a bit late. So that's why there are not too many people that were able to join in, because they just didn't realize. They thought there's no live session. But tomorrow and day after we will have our live session as normal. Sorry, tomorrow and Friday we'll have our live session on YouTube as normal, and I'll post the links out today so you can set up notification. I mean, I don't know how you guys find out if I'm live or not, whether it is like you sit on my channel all day long looking at my picture with this mask on, or some other way. I have no idea. But yeah. So on the 2 minute, let's see what it's doing. NASDAQ is just stuck. It's like it's become like a thing for NASDAQ to be stuck until 9 a.m. and then try to do something. What I want to see from the 2 minute time frame is a change in state of delivery if it is bullish. If I get that, that would be great. Will I get that? I have no idea. But wait and watch. That's what we can do. Questions, guys. Come on, throw some questions. Let's look at... Oh, by the way, I think my Ethereum trade is now stopped out. Has it? Oh, no, not yet. So my stop loss on Ethereum is right over here on the high of this candle. Basically, for my hedge position, the high of this candle is my stop loss now. So it's in profit. I've taken 2 TPs on this. So I'm quite okay with whatever happens now. Taken 2 TPs, I'm letting it ride. If it stops me out, it stops me out. But now the stop loss is pretty close, so most likely I will get stopped out. But that's fine. Overall on Ethereum, I will start turning bullish. It's very simple. The moment we start inverting this fair value gap right over here, I will start turning bullish on Ethereum. Again, because for me then this market maker sell side of the curve might have completed, from which I was thinking that hey, it might want to go to this low, but if we start kind of accelerating higher from here, inverting these fair value gaps, I would assume that the curve is complete and the market wants to go higher. So yeah, just looking at that and thinking where it might want to head towards. Right, and in terms of the trades that I am in right now, there's not been much price movement. So on this guy, Sensata Technologies, I have taken 1 TP. Kisma is fine, it's break even right now. This is in loss. Society General, so it's not, this is not the target of Society General. I don't know why it's pulled itself down. So this is the target for Society General. I have no idea why it has pulled itself down. I've taken 1 TP, just FYI. I have not moved my stops yet. So I've taken a TP, just letting it be there. Hilton is stopped out, so let's get rid of this. Hilton is out of the way. Apollo Tires is just stuck. Then Kumba is just stuck. Nosdon stuck forever. Remgrowth doesn't want to move. I've been in this whole chop. I entered over here somewhere out here in July. I've been part of this whole chop. Scroll is doing well, looking good. Tokyo Tate Mono is doing well as well. Turkey is doing well as well. So rest are fine. It's just a couple which did not behave themselves and are getting stopped out now. So let's see if we get anything. I mean, NAS is looking direly shit. Like NAS now is giving me a feeling that it might want to go lower because it has swept the liquidity and it has shown no strength at all to go higher, which I don't like. I want like price to show direction quickly so that it's basically just to say that, hey, I want to head towards how I see the market as. Price tells me, hey, I want to go towards a direction, or I want to go towards a target, and how fast does it want to reach that target? It's up to price. That is what gives me clarity in the market, that this is why price is going towards this area and the pace at which it goes towards that area. If I don't get that, it basically does not give me confidence on what's going to happen. So for me, waiting for price to confirm with some sort of power is very, very important. And this guy might be stopped out for sure. Oh no, yeah, this guy is looking shit as well. That's fine, we'll have to find another opportunity later if it gets stopped out. Any questions, guys? Anything from anyone wants to ask anything? All right. Now on NAS for me to enter a trade, just FYI, what I want to see is a change in state of delivery over here. A closure above this. If I get a closure above this, I will enter with a stop under this low. It will be a half risk trade, but I will enter it because I feel that would give me a good indication. Would you move stops to the new swing low? Not yet. There is nothing for me to confirm that this is a swing low now. The only time I will use this as a stop loss is if we can basically close above this area. If we can basically propel upwards, create a new high with power, then I will use this as my stop loss. So is there a OB? Yes, there is an OB. The OB is the sweep of, this is the order block for the sweep of London Q1 high. On gold, we reach the OTE, and does it have any significant meaning, or the footprints are all you look at? So OTE is important, but OTE without any footprint is just price, just a place. So price will reach for liquidity, but for me what matters is there liquidity over here. The only thing that is here is that New York AM or previous day low retest. So this is like the turtle soup entry for the New York previous day low. If you get this entry from here with your stops underneath, right over here or over here, depending on how you want to trade it, that's not a bad entry. That's a low risk entry where you are basically, the best way to enter this would have been a fair value gap on the other side. That would have given, like, maybe even on a 2-minute time frame, if it would have left a fair value gap in this candle, that gives you confidence it wants to go somewhere. As of now, there's nothing. As of now, this looks like I entered in the wrong direction. I'll be very honest. Like as of now, that's the feeling it's giving me. But I cannot, so my trading style is like this, right? I do not close my trades just because I made a mistake. Sometimes doing mistakes makes you learn, and you need to remember them. You have to remember them. So my thesis still remains the same. I want previous day high to be taken. Does the market always just, you enter and it goes to your direction? No. Most of the time it will do this sort of price action. That's why you have stop losses in places where you think the market should not go towards or should not reach. And that's why I place my stops here. Now, why I'm not moving my stops here just right now straight away is because you have two fair value gaps. Once the market has shown you that, hey, I don't want to go there. This is not where I want to head towards. Look, I'm inverting this fair value gaps. I'm basically creating a new high with power. That gives me confirmation, and that's when I can say like, okay, this is the new stop loss, because if the market really is bullish, it will not come here again. So you need to let the market do its thing. Sometimes that is the only, it's not sometimes, to be honest, always that is the only way. So yeah, OTE without POIs is not so crucial for me. OTE with POIs is what I look for. But yes, OTE in itself is a place where the market can get rejected. A little up, a little below, that doesn't matter. So you look for those POIs in the OTE to give you to tell you where the market might want to go towards. NAS is just stuck right now. Yeah, it all depends on how we react. I mean, it's looking more and more bearish, I'll be very honest. So if you are like sweep of London Q1 high, not able to push through, we have entered this consolidation, but we are not able to kind of use it to just propel higher. Maybe another 5-6 minutes and it might do that. But until it does that, there is no trade on NAS. Once it does that, yes, you can take a long position. If it fails to do that, you can take a short position. But as of now, there's nothing to see on NAS. No problem, no problem, no problem. So let's wait and watch. How do we react inside this first fair value gap? Do we start bouncing out of it, or do we get rejected from here? I mean, whatever happens, it really doesn't matter. Like, we have already decided to be a part of a trade. It's already, executed. Whatever happens now, it's basically price action. Like, this is one thing that once you start becoming a little smart at trading, or not smart is not the right word, maybe a little more educated at trading, a little more comfortable with your own style, you will realize that these small things, they keep happening. Losers will always happen. It's more about how you start your day. Are you doing the same things that you do when you are ending your day? So if you are being consistent in terms of your execution, trust me, over the long run, your strategies, backtest results start playing out, and you get what you're trading. So if you're trading a bad strategy which has a 60% or 50% win rate, then obviously you will lose 1 in every 2 trades. So you accept it that you will lose 1 in every 2 trades, but when you win, you just need to make sure you're winning more than you're losing. So like sometimes when I'm trading, I basically don't even take a TP, and I'll just say that I'll take the final TP. But sometimes when I'm trading, I'm going to take a TP pretty quickly. It's all about the price action I'm seeing and where I think the market wants to head towards. So whenever I'm in a full hour position, I try to TP early. The reason is because it just gives me, since I'm in a 4 hour position, if I'm making 1 hour to 1.5 hour on that trade, that is a good return on investment. So I try to TP a bit early. By a bit early, I mean like, the first liquidity area where I feel the market will get rejected from. So you TP there, you basically make sure you're not overextended in the market. Those are the things that are relevant. Nothing else is relevant after that. So as of now, just looking chill. Nothing to see in both the assets. Maybe it's going to be like after, London Open, maybe the market will show its hand. But NAS is looking more and more bearish. It might want to come lower, sweep this fair value gap again, and then go higher possibly. But I'm still looking at that accumulation, manipulation, distribution cycle, which I might be completely wrong to look at. So pardon me if I'm stupid enough to do that. But overall, I mean, looking at this whole price action, yeah, let's see. I don't know. I still think previous day high is the draw on liquidity. For me, that previous day high is still the draw on liquidity until I'm proven otherwise, which I am kind of. Yeah, gold is also doing the same thing. Stuck in this one, I think. Let's say if we can push higher and create a new high. That is what I want to see. Just push higher, create a new high so that we can move our stops higher, reduce our risk significantly. Otherwise, it will remain a 1 hour risk trade for some time. Questions, guys, come on. You can't just sit there. This will become a very, very boring stream if we just keep sitting there doing nothing. NAS is trying again. Let's see. What's your morning mindset? How do you reset every day? It's, I think by sleeping. No, it's, for me, it's very simple. Once I have closed my day and I do my end of day like review, that day has already passed, but it's very easier said than done, because when you have losers, or let's say you blew an account, or you were close to getting funded, or you just got funded, or whatever could be the reason, it's very difficult to emotionally balance yourself again to be like, hey, this is what's happening. This is, I've basically lost a funded account or something, XYZ has happened. All you need to do is treat it like business or work. Like when you go to office, do you take your family matters into your office? Like, let's say you had a fight with your wife or you had a fight with your husband. Do you take that into office? No, you treat it like a different personality, right? You'd basically treat it like, okay, this needs to be done. This is my deliverables. I'm going to do my deliverables. Similarly, in trading, I treat it the same way. So I basically come in, when I sit on my desk, I'm like, okay, this is my job. This is what I'm here to do. I'm here to trade. These are my rules. This is what I need to do. Yesterday was a loser. Okay, fine. That means I have more deliverables. But I need to remember that trading does not guarantee success. What trading does guarantee is, if you are disciplined, you will get rewarded. If not today, then tomorrow. So I always remind myself of that and just, treat every day like a new day, every trade like a new trade, and not carry over previous trades results into it. I think it comes with experience. It just comes. G. Merrickson. Following your trade, got in before I joined up. If it dips below the previous low, how likely is the move just going to continue down to our current stop loss? Very, very highly likely. The price action on gold right now is looking bad for the trade that I am in. The only thing that is good about it is the way we have reacted to previous day low. So touched it and then straight away buying pressure stepped in. But it's not like consistent buying pressure, I would say. It is like, oh, okay, fine, we bought once and then we stopped. So what you want to really see is a consistent buying pressure. So as I was saying earlier, maybe a change in state of delivery, you know, inverting these fair value gaps, those are the things that you want to see. If you can't see them, if they don't happen, then yeah, not really good. But again, that's the risk you take. If there was anyone in this world who was like, I never lose, then man, trust me, tell me I'm gonna follow them. Because everybody, everyone, every trader will have losers. It's all about risk management. How do you manage your risk when you're having losers? Do you blow your account in one trade, or do you blow your account in 5 trades? So yeah. How you thread losing days? For me, I see that if I have one loser day, then somehow the next one is a loser as well, and possibly I'm starting a loser streak. How do you can't handle this, Nico. As I said, you just need to always restart, always have that. See, why do you think you have losers? Okay, let's talk about that. So when you have one loser, why do you think the next trade is a loser? The reason is very simple. The reason is that when you have a loser, you want to make that money back quickly, right? You want to get to where you were. That's like your anchor point. It's called the anchor point analogy. It's your anchor point. That loser was your anchor point. You're anchored to that loser now. Okay, so the P&L before the loser, you're anchored to it. That you think that is what my P&L should have been, or that is what my account balance should have been. And the only way to, get above it and not think of that is, I'll answer your question in a bit. The only way to get around it and not consider that as a, anchor point is stop looking at your P&L in dollar value and start thinking of it as R value. So just remove that dollar value from your head. It's all about, you have entered a trade, you accept the loss and you just move on. You say, okay, fine, I don't care. So remove that anchor point analogy from your head and don't think that that is what your account balance should have been. Your new account balance is the anchor point now. Sorry. So if you're able to do that, if you're able to remove that anchor point analogy from your head and you say that I don't care what my balance is, all I care about is I'm going to execute. It gets very easy. It takes time, but it gets easy. Sorry, I missed. What was your entry? I tried to catch the pop off the previous day low, so about 4207. So your entry is pretty decent. You are mostly break even right now. My entry is over here, as you can see on the chart, 4211. So my entry is even higher. Lexel's Gaming, can you explain what you look for when you say displacement? When I say displacement, what I really look for is basically it's a very difficult thing to explain. I'll be very honest. So displacement for me is price action telling me I want to go towards something with power. Like think of it like it should be. Like think of it fighting in a boxing ring. Like somebody comes, just starts throwing punches at you and it's not even affecting you. That's not displacement. A punch which is like a knockout punch, right? A punch which shakes the opponent. That is what displacement should be. A displacement should be that a lot of traders from the other side will be stuck in that position because of that acceleration. Right? So like leaving a fair value gap above a high or above a liquidity area, or just trying to, you're falling down and the next candle just totally engulfs the previous candle with power, with a small wick to the downside maybe. So those things, those smaller details where you are like, okay, this is what the market wants to head somewhere. That confirmation, and it's not just displacement that is crucial. Displacement with follow through is very crucial. Like an impulse, it's just different names. Impulse, for me an impulse is the current move in the market. For you the impulse might be displacement. It's just different analogy being used by different people in different ways. But at the core of it, it is very simple. A price action which tells you I'm heading towards something and I'm getting other side stuck in a trade. The other side does not get a chance to execute. Maybe that's what I would say. Like they're scared to execute. So if you're scared to execute a short in a market, that means the market is displacing higher. So that's how I say it. Like, what if you're scared to enter the other side of the market? That's what displacement will look like. Like right now, everybody will want to short, right? And even the people who want to long, they'll be like, oh, I see this, oh, I see that. So they're seeing stuff. When there will be displacement, you will not see anything. You will be like, oh shit. If you go long in NQ, where would your SL be? If I go long in NQ right now, my SL should be, so there are two SLs. So one will be under this. I don't want the market to go back here. It has done its job. So this is a good SL to have. And the second one is under this fair value gap. So both of them. So both of them are good SLs to have, in my opinion. I will still wait a couple more minutes. Like for me, I mean, this candle looks good. Like look at this candle, right? Now this candle is above this liquidity. At this point of time, all the people who want to go short are thinking, hey, I can short here. Why can they short there? Because we are seeping liquidity and we are not displacing, we are not pushing higher as of now. The point is, once this candle closes in a way that these guys are like, okay, do I wait or what do I do here? So that is what displacement will look like. Man, this fucking thing is so irritating. But I don't have an option. I have to wear it. So yeah, you just wait for it. You let it do its thing. That's what, yeah, you can't do much about it. So NAS is not able to displace even now. It's just, it tries and it stops. It tries and it stops. Every time it's doing the same thing. But we let it play out. London Open is about to happen, so we can let it do its thing and we'll see what it, what we get. Like this, you see what I meant in terms of displacement? Price tries to go higher, fails to do it. Now this is lack of displacement. That means now the price might want to go lower to some area. So you look at these small details, you look at these small things and you make decisions on where the market might want to head towards. But instead, if this candle would have basically, let's say, closed over here, right? Then you would be like, people who wanted to short here, they'll be like, okay, that doesn't look good. I need to wait. And then there are less sellers in the market, more buyers in the market. So yeah. Gold weekly chart. I thought we are all intraday traders. What do we want to see here? Jackie? What do you want to see? Like, there's a small fair value gap on the daily, on the weekly bullish side. I don't see anything on gold weekly chart. It's just consolidation. It's just stuck in this. If you look, if it's just stuck in this range with equal highs up top. So they will be swept. If not now, maybe soon. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it is coming into that fair value gap, but it has not yet entered it. And it might not even enter it. It's not necessary that it will go into that fair value gap. Nothing is given, but you know that there is and it's a weekly chart, right? So when you are planning your trades, you don't look at it. Look at it from a perspective of there's a fair value gap below, it should go retest it. No, you look at it from a perspective of there is a fair value gap below. Price can get support there. So if we go lower, I'm short in the market. I need to target the high of the fair value gap. Right? That is how you should look at when you're building bias. You should never say that it will go there until it has confirmed that it wants to go there. Okay? Till the time you don't have confirmation it wants to go there, there is nothing confirmed. So as of now, it's like, okay, if I go short, I will take TP on this 4193 level. But if I'm going long, I will take a TP on this level. So my bias is built not based on what is below me or above me. I mean, it is built on that, but the bias is more built on the perspective of what are we doing right now in the market. And right now in the market, it's doing something on the 5 minutes. So what I'm waiting for now is that can we do a change in state of delivery, which we have already done over here. So with that, I'll move my stops here. The reason is that we basically went up, tried to push down, and then this displacement candle came through, which has inverted this fair value gap, tried to push price into this fair value gap. There's no order block to be seen above us or breaker block to be seen above us. There's not much liquidity. So I'm going to move my stops here, reduce my risk considerably, mostly like half the risk now. So from 13.9 to around 8, so around 0.6 our risk. That does put me in a better place of where the market is. So even if I get stopped out, it's like half risk trade now, so not so much concerned. That can be made at any point of time in the day. For NAS, I have nothing. I'll be very honest. There's no displacement, there's nothing. It's just hanging out in an area, and even though I think it's still going higher, I cannot enter because I don't see anything. If in NQ we have two OBs at 5 minutes, the first one which swept Q1 high and the second one which swept the last liquidity, which one is more important if I am waiting for inversion? So this is the more important one, right? But the most important one is this one right over here. This is the most important one. Then I would say it's this one, and this has no value. Like this has zero value, because this swept the session liquidity. Okay, that is the most important one. This swept the intra-session liquidity, that is London Q1 high. So that's the second most important one. And this is just nothing right now. I hope that makes sense, Nico. So let's see if we can get a follow through here. 2.5 minutes to go to candle closure. If we can get a follow through and price can show some respect, it is good. If it can't, then well, best of luck price, I'll say. So NAS is stuck. NAS is literally stuck in a single place. From the time we started our stream, it's just there. What's the use of doing a stream? Like, they don't know that I do YouTube at this time. Just show some price action, bro. You know, just move around. Just be excited to move. Don't be just sitting in a place and doing nothing. I started the stream 15 minutes late because of that. Because I was like, okay, fine, it might do something in that period. But no, this guy doesn't give a shit. Any other question, guys? Any other thing you want to ask, you want to learn? Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, NAS is going to be wait and watch. I mean, if you get displacement higher, I'll be very honest. If you get a displacement candle that closes above this high, I'll say take a long position from there. So maybe a 2-minute displacement candle closing with power above this high. That should give you a good position to have. Your TP levels will be Asia high and then previous day high, or like you can use any liquidity like Asia high, this liquidity 25,776 and then previous day high. Your stops can be two places, as I've said earlier. Safe area will be the low of these fair value gaps. So if I go on 5 minute, so low of this fair value gap, that's a safe stop loss. And risky stop loss will be just, might be this low or just this low. That's a bit riskier, but you need a displacement candle higher. Remember, a displacement candle higher. Okay, so if you don't get displacement higher, then there's nothing in here. Lower side, I would say, if we are able to show some sort of behavior and confirm that we want to go lower, and you get a good entry, then London Q1 low is a TP and previous day low is a TP. There's nothing in between. So you'll not get a chance to TP in between on the downside. So all you can do is wait for the market to give you a good, area to TP from. So yeah. NAS is trying again. So let's see if we can have a 2-minute closure with displacement above. Nothing as of now. By the way, for people who are new, welcome. Thank you so much for taking out time and listening to my robotic voice right now. I really appreciate it. So again, lack of displacement as of now, 1 minute to go. Might get something. I mean, the moment this candle closes, I might enter and that would be the end of the stream for me. So if I am to enter this is the kind of trade I will be looking at. Let's see, previous day high is there. And then this will be the kind of trade I'll be looking at. You can also, if you're not greedy, you can place it. It's still a 3-hour trade. So I will place it like London Q1 low. My stop loss will be London Q1 low if I enter this. But I need displacement to confirm. It's not even, see again it did not displace. So it tried to go up, failed to go up, lack of displacement, complete utter lack of displacement, and it's pushing down now again. So if the market cannot confirm its direction, what's the use of, just sitting there waiting for a trade to happen? It's of no use, right? This is a bad looking candle. It's a really bad looking candle as of now. Should we look in December only 5-minute OBs for inversion or 2-minute mixed stills? The strategy is 2-minute back tested, right? So you can't look at 5-minute just because you want a trade or just because you feel it's December. What I mean when I say that I look at little higher time frame is that yes, it's a bit choppy, so you want your directional bias to come from maybe 5-minute instead of 2 minutes. That's the only point I like to make. Right? So that's the only thing. So we have reached the entry at last on our gold trade. I'll not move my stops. My stops will remain where they were at 4203. I'm not moving them yet. I don't think it's a good idea to move them yet. We are not shown any acceleration yet. Okay, I'm going to enter a long position over here. This will be again a whole day trade. So NAS, I'm entering a long position. Fuck you, NAS. So my entry is somewhere over here, right? So it will be a 2.8 hour trade and I'll aim for previous day high. I'll take my first TP at Asia high if we reach there, and then I'll be aggressive with my stop loss. Just FYI, I don't want to be stuck in a trade for the whole day. Don't want to be stuck in a chop fest. So I'll take a TP and I'll just be aggressive with my stops over there. So yeah, that would be that. And with gold, I have already moved my stops higher. We have reduced the risk from 1 hour to 0.5 hour. In terms of TP, I would say take your first TP at around Asia high. You can take it at London Q1 high if you want to. I would not say it's a wrong thing to do. London Q1 high is a good place to TP. Take a first TP at London Q1 high and then start, don't get break even straight away. Maybe move your stops higher to this level. 4206 level once you take a TP, and then once you have reached Asia high, go break even and just let it run. That's what I would say. But yeah, other than that, there's nothing more from me. It's been great talking to you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. If there's no question, then I'll stop the stream and we'll meet tomorrow then. All right. Oh, just to add, guys, NAS is still an early entry. Okay, so if you're in this trade and you feel that the market is basically getting rejected from an area, feel free to close it. You don't have to be stuck in the trade for no apparent reason. okay, because there's a lot of hanging liquidity right over here. So if you lack displacement and you feel uncomfortable with the trade, get out of the trade. It's not necessary to be stuck in the trade for the whole day, right? And for gold, I would say it's the other way around. For gold, we have gone down to retest previous day low, so let the stop loss hit. So for gold, let the stop loss do its thing. Do not try to micromanage it. If it stops you, it stops you. That's fine. If you have two losers, this is 0.5, that is 1. So that will be 1.5 are losers. That's fine. For NAS, yeah, you can look at it from a perspective of what price is doing. If you don't like what price is doing and you want to get out of the trade, get out of the trade. It will be fine. But for gold, I would say, let the stops do their thing. The price action is looking good. It has tried to go up, failed, went down, tested the previous liquidity sweep, and then again accelerated out of it. So it is looking good. For me, I would not touch gold. I would say like, okay, if you want to stop me out, you stop me out. That's fine by me. Alright guys. With that, I'll call it a day, and I'll see you guys again. Thank you. See, gold is fucking around now. I said you're looking good, you fucker. I really meant it from the depths of my heart. What are you doing? You can't insult me live on fucking YouTube, bro. That shit should not happen. I've enjoyed your sessions, getting us set up for the opening, and your length seems pretty good to me. I'll always take... No problem, man. Always take more time. That's the more questions you ask, it's not just good for you. Obviously, you get the answers, what you wanted to ask, but it's good for other people who are shy sometimes of asking questions, who feel that they cannot ask questions, or who come here for a different purpose, like they come here just to learn or just to trade. But at the end of it, they end up learning something when you ask good questions, right? And my aim has always been to teach. So if somebody is interested to learn, I'm happy to answer. That's how I am. Yep. All right. Cool. Take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a very good day. And yeah, see ya. Bye-bye.